Hi, everyone. Welcome to this new episode of our Student Spotlight series, where we're able to showcase some of the work our students have been doing. I'm Charlotte. I'm one of the outreach coordinators here at CCIR, and it's our pleasure today to have with us Selina. So can you just introduce yourself briefly? So tell us where you're from and just a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Selina Yang, and I'm from Shanghai. I'm a junior student at Shanghai Starriver Bilingual School, and I have just attended CCIR in the autumn in 2023. Yeah, so that's basically my information about myself.
And then can you tell us, did you do the Future Scholars Program or the one-on-one mentorship?
I just do the Future Scholarship Program, and I take the course of the individual and state, law, economic, and philosophy.
Okay. And then can you tell us a little bit about that course? So what was kind of the main idea and what drove you to wanting to take that course?
So when I first saw the class on the list on the CCR website, I just to click on the humanities and see like this course. I was just suddenly very interested in it because at the first time I just see economic, and economic is one of the subjects that I love the most in my high school. I take a lot of competition, a lot of class during this time. So when I see the I see the courses on it, I felt it's a little bit interesting for me. So I just to click on the introduction and to like download the PDF for the class introduction. And I find it's also to contain some area that I did not know before, because it's also contains some politics, some law cases. And in the class, we will do a lot of like interesting debate on the smart debate on the different law cases, which like me to deeper understand it. So our main idea is to learn different law in America, and we have learned about the First Amendment, like the different law, the Fourth Amendment, the Second Amendment. So of these things are like the sense that we have learned in our courses, which interests me a lot.
Nice. And then you said that you had experience with economics before. Is that right? Outside of
Yeah,
CCIR.
yeah.
Did you have experience with law outside of CCIR before you took this course?
No, like law is totally new area for me. And I think CCI provide me opportunity to know a lot of law knowledge than before. And my research paper is also like kind of a little have some relationship with law too.
That's great. And that's cool that you were able to both have a topic that you're already interested in and then also merge that with something that you hadn't had experience with before. So let's chat about your research topic. So can you tell us what the title of your paper was and in general what it was about?
So my research paper name is Reimagining Journalism, Redefining Rights and Responsibility in the Evolving Landscape of Media Governments in the United States. So it was mainly to focus on like two laws in America. The first one is the First Amendment, and the second law is Section 230. And these are the two main laws that protect the like journalism company and social media company in the United States. And the First Amendment had proposed like if they want to approve like the news company, they have to like to publish some fake news, they must to pass the actual malice test. And the Section 230 have proposed that the individual, they do not have the ability to sue the journalism company or social media company. So in my paper, I would like to say I do not strongly believe these two laws are right. And I have proposed like some policy change on it. For example, for the First Amendment, when some other company wants to sue the like the news company just because they have published some fake news, I do not believe they need to pass actual malice test, because actual malice test means that if they want to win the case, that they must need to prove like the news company, they have know this news is fake and then publish on the news on the website, then this can only like this is the actual malice test. But however, I believe that if the if the company they have already just to publish the fake news on the website and do not to care about like other company, I would say this is totally unfair. I do not believe they should pass actual malice test because it's already like caused some bad reputation for the company. And for the for the social media company, I would say I believe individual they have the right to sue these company because like their own property right have been offense because like some people publish something that is like immoral or cause some harm to them, which will make them to have um like some to have some bad reputation than before. So these are the two changes that I mentioned in my research paper.
In terms of your research methods and process, can you walk us through what type of research you conducted, where you found your data, and what the process was like?
Okay, sure. So at the beginning, I just have a lot of office hour with my professor. We have talked a lot about how should I to write an introduction because like the law case research paper is my first time to write about it. So I have a lot of challenges. I did not know how to find the like accurate data, to find a law case, how to cite it, and all of these things I need to solve one by one. So I asked my professor. We hold a like office meeting on discuss which kind of law case should I use in my paper and which kind of data should I to use. For example, like if the company cannot to win this case, then how much money will they lose? And this number is like to prove that like this law case is very like have a very enormous impact on the company. So we need to prove it like if the policy change and how it change. And the law case means we will just like to put like the original law case in the current like situation in the current law, and I will propose my new like framework and to substitute in it, and then we will check like whether it will to have the like positive impact, whether it will make our like make society become better.
Interesting. And then just in terms of the importance of your findings for the general public, can you talk us through the findings and your kind of conclusions of your paper?
So I would like to say that I find that if they can to change it into my policy, then for me, I use a lot of cases between Fox News and the voting machine because it's a very like important milestone like just happened before. So we have to find it if they do not have if they like have this law case that would change a lot about the decision because even though like the Fox News, they even need to pay a large amount of money, but they will like also to like to say to apologize and to do like something except just to pay a subsidy to the voting machine company. And for another law case that we use on a person who just to have got some bad reputation because of the internet and he filed these cases just because section 230, then like after my policy have been established, then the result of this law cases will change into like the man he will to get his apologize, even if he will not to win a lot of money, but it will make like his mental to become better. And this is my finding and my conclusion about my research paper.
That's interesting. And it's definitely a very important topic for both the US and just globally in terms of news and credibility. And then did you have any experience with the publishing process yet?
No, because I'm still finalizing it. I want to make it like to look the best, and then I will like try to publish it on some website, but I'm still do not like determine and do not to look for the website I want to publish.
Okay. Have you had any experience with the publication team through CCIR yet, or talked to your mentor about the publication process yet?
Yeah, I have talked to my mentor about the publication process, and we think we can to polish it to be the best one. Then we can to publish it into like very advanced article that it maybe will be like to have it or to receive it. Then we can publish it.
Okay, great. And then now we'll shift a little bit into just your general experience with CCIR in the Future Scholars Program. So can you tell us what your experience was doing a program like this and a high-level research project like this as a high school student?
Um, I would say at the beginning of a course, I felt it's a kind of challenging because because everyone needs to read a lot of like law paper, and these are like the totally new thing for me. And in the law paper, there are a lot of like academic words, and the law cases is like kind of like not the same as a like every day the passage we read, they had divided into several parts, and every law cases that are very long, and it's need me to take a lot of time for me to read. So at the beginning of the course, I always take like 3 to 4 hours per week to finish reading the reading assignment. And it's kind of it's a larger amount time, like when I have burden from my school or from my like other activities. So I found like, but on a class, I would say this is very interesting because our professor will always lead us to some discussion. Like he'll provide some real life cases or some imaginary like situation, and to discuss and to let us to express our opinion on it. Even though I'm a very shy person, and I did not like to communicate a lot with like to share my opinion, but I would still want to say, when I hear my classmates' opinion, and I still believe it's like give me a totally new idea and to improve my like critical thinking skill, I would say this is a totally wonderful experience for me. And I believe this opportunity has also to broaden my horizon and to improve a lot of my reading skill.
That's great. And I think you mentioned one of the benefits of the Future Scholars Program is that because it's a group course and we have students from all around the world in your course, you really get to learn from other students' perspectives. And like you said, be challenged in your critical thinking and hear opinions and perspectives that you wouldn't necessarily have or come to in the one-on-one program, which is really great. And then while we're on the topic of working with other students, can you just tell us a little bit more about how the experience was for you? How many other students did you have in your course? Do you remember kind of in general where they were from and what that experience was like?
So I I believe there's like 5 students in my courses, and mainly most of them is from America because it's just individual, and they also like to like I think also attracts a lot of American students. So I was the only Chinese people in our group. So since my English skill maybe not as advanced as them, I would still say it's just wonderful experience because I believe when I listen to them, it's also improve my like English skill because it says like everyone speak English very fluently, and the reading passage for me is like can improve it too. And I would also say I believe CCIR have like because the teaching assistant and professor, they are also very like can to help us a lot. They're very beneficial, and they can to when I have like some problem, I just need to email them, and they can to give me the response very quickly. Just when I have the difficulty on the topic selecting, because I've just struggling a lot of topic at just the first time of for writing this paper, and we discuss each of them and to find which one is like I like the most or I'm interested in the most, and then we have a deeper talk to like we have to brainstorm a lot about what should we write, what should the structure look like, and they will also provide me a lot of like the information or the website that I need to read just to for the basic of the for this paper, because since this is a law paper, it need to contain a lot of academic vocabulary, and these things are not familiar for me as a like student first attached to law area. So I believe it's providing me opportunity to have to create a strong relationship with student and professor, and it's also to help me to develop my research and reading skill.
That's great. And then, as you mentioned, the mentor and the TA, We really like to emphasize for both of our programs the aspect of kind of mentorship rather than the traditional teacher style that you would experience in high school, where our mentors don't just transfer information onto the student, but really guide the student in their own discoveries and learning process. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience with your mentor and your TA as you moved through the first teaching half of the course and then into the second, more research-oriented half of the course?
So our teaching assistant course are mainly to focus on, the first half of the course is mainly to focus on to teach us how to write a law case paper, because most of us are totally new to the law case paper, and because the law case paper also have a different structure compared with other, so we need to know the basic structure for it. And into the later part of the course, and we will discuss into everyone topic, and everyone will to express their opinion, and during this time we will can exchange other opinion, and we can to learn about each other's paper. I believe this is wonderful experience because people can have more understanding on each other, or to have some interaction with other, because they can to discuss topic a lot and to express their opinion. And for the mentorship course, and the first part of the course, this was just mainly to base on different law cases, and since students they're not familiar with other, and everyone does not like to talk a lot, then the professor will to speak a lot during the class to provide us a lot of information, and to teach a lot of knowledge, a lot of how this law case is generated, is the reason for to have this law. And in the later of the course, because we have foundation of the law, then we'll start to think about how the on the different situation, how the law will be to use in our real life. And also we have started to discuss a lot about our research topic, because people have different diversity topics. So our professor also provide some basic information to each one's research topic to let everyone to have a better understanding on it.
That's great. And it seems like they really guided you through that nicely. And especially with, as you mentioned, they made it so that all these law cases and course materials that they were teaching you, they made it applicable to kind of your real life, which is really cool. And then just one more question about your general experience in the course. How was this research process and experience compared to papers or projects that you've done in high school?
So first of all, it is very challenging because I need to write a lot and to do a lot of research, and to do a lot of to talk with my professor about the whole structure of the essay, about the thing that I need to write in the essay. And then compare with schoolwork, because schoolwork, they are also consists of several students to work together, and everyone can do different parts of it. So it will be more easier for us and people. When I met some difficulties, I can to ask my teammates for help. But however, in this course, I believe it is the only way for me to gain some information from my professor, and by the information on website. And our professor had provided me some online essay that we can find that is can contribute to our research paper, or we can cite. Also, I believe one of the very distinctive difference for CCIR course is it can to make the student to have their thinking, because in the high school, it's always if the teacher will give you the topic you should to write about. However, in the CCIR courses, students can determine the topic that they are interested a lot, and to and they can to have the to talk with professor about their opinion, and the professor will also very supportive of them. They would to gain their can best help you. They can help you a lot because they are very professional professor, and they can to provide you a lot of knowledge on it. So I would say it's just totally unforgettable experience for me.
That's great. I think you summed up the benefits and the challenges of CCIR quite nicely. And then in terms of kind of the outcomes of the program, do you think this course has given you any insights into your future? Has it informed or shaped how you think about your path moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. So after I learned this course, I have started to determine like the undergraduate study area that I would like to choose in the 2025 fall. So I would like to say I want to have a deeper understanding on public policy, and this will be one of the major that I would like to apply in the future. And I believe this course have improved like all aspects for me, because from my like critical thinking skill, from my writing skill, reading skill, like listening skill, all of these things have been improved a lot just because of the like professor teachers, the reading assignment, the work that we do, and all of these things have improved me a lot.
That's great. And then the last question for you, what would you say to someone who asked you what the value of doing a project or a program like this is, especially for a high school student?
The value of doing a project, I think, is to find the thing that you're really interested in. So when you do a project that you're really interested in, you will find it's totally very happy, because compared with doing something that you're not very happy, you will find this is very torture. But however, when you're doing something that you really like, you can to choose the topic, you can to determine everything, they will find it's very enjoy. And I enjoy a lot in writing my paper, because I think when I do this research, it's made me to have like deeper understanding, or to help me to know a lot of more knowledge on it. So it can help me a lot. And I think this experience like is very valuable, because for high school students, it is very rarely for them to have this kind of experience because of like the time burden or the academic burden for them. So if they have the ability to join this kind of course, and to have a like course with with some professor and the famous university, and to have some course that is same like undergraduate student will take, then it will definitely be valuable, and to make them to like have their to find their interest and what they are really interested in, and they can to help them both in short term or long run.
Yeah, that's great advice. So that's it for our interview. Thanks so much for chatting with me, and congratulations again on your nomination to our Spotlight series.
Thank you.